So right now, let us work on this dashboard profile. So what we can do here, just go here and okay, let me give you an assumption that what I'm going to have here. Just a profile picture, and I'll be having the button here to change the profile. So let's do that thing right now. So what I can do here, okay, I need to divide it into div into two, and the other things we'll be looking for afterwards. Okay, so what I can do here is just image, or you can say it as a div. Okay, so I want to have a div here. So again, I want to give the name here is a class name as a flex, and flex column would be the flex column. And I think so there is no need of these things, but right now let's have it. Afterwards, I want to have it as a class name, and or you can say as a size of something like a 8 viewport height or whatever you want to have. And let me check what we are getting here. In background, I can say it as a zinc of 700, and let us check what we are getting. We are having this profile which is very small in size. Let me go for the 10 bh, and it's something like this. Let me go for a 15 viewport height, and it's looking something like this. And if you want to increase it, that depends upon you totally. For now, I'm going to go for 20 viewport height, and that is it. And I want to give it as a rounded full, and that would be looking somewhat like this. Okay, and afterwards what I can do here, I need to just have these React icons from here, and I can give anything, like I can choose any icon or whatever you want to choose, you can choose basically. So right now I'm going to give it as a indigo or whatever you want to choose. I'm just saying that whatever you want to choose, you can choose this thing here. So instead of this thing too, I can give the border that would be looking too fine for this thing, border, and let's have it here. So yeah, that's something like this, the better border. Okay, so what I can go here, I can go here and choose if a user, copy it, and I want to paste it just here. I want to paste it just here. Okay, we'll be using it just for that particular thing if our image is not provided by the user. Okay, if our image is not provided by the user, then we can show f a user. Afterwards, if the image is changed by the user, it will be shown on this particular thing. But how it will be done, it is a further part when we will be having something the large you can say when we build the backend for that particular thing. So we will take care of these things at that time. Okay, so right now we are having the FA user, and you can see this is not in the center. I want to give each and everything of that particular thing in the center. So what I can do here is just give a div. Just give a div. Okay, and class name is equals to what? Width 100%, and height should also be 100%. Okay, so what I can do here is just you can say it as a flex item center and justify content and justify center too. Basically justify center, and I can change the size of this particular thing. So what I can do here is class name of why I'm getting that much errors, I don't know why. So size of somewhat like a 12 viewport height, and let us check what it is giving us. So something like this, we are having this. Okay, so we need to have one option of changing it. So I also want to change its color. So I want to have like a text zinc of 600 or somewhat like this. And let me check. Yeah, it's looking something like this. So it's looking good. And I want to give the name here right now. And okay, that's looking good. And afterwards, this thing, I want to have a button. Okay, button for what? We change the image. Change, or you can say as a change avatar. Okay, change AVATER, change avatar, and we are going to have a button here, something like this, change avatar. And you can see this is not in the center right now. So what I can do, as you can see here, I am having this particular div. Okay, so मैं यहाँ पे क्या करूँगा, class name flex column, and you can say it as an item center and justify. I also need to have it in a center, and that is it. So it's something like this. And if you want it to just be in the center of this particular thing, then you can, but I don't want this thing right now. If I remove items center from here, then I'm having justify center, but it's not in the center. It's not in the center. Let me have this thing. Let me give it a div and button, and let us check. Yeah, it's now working fine. So what I can do here, I want to change something like a class name and background indigo of somewhat like a 700, and the text would be text zinc of or you can say text white. Okay, actually we were using text blue, background blue, so I can go for the background blue too. Blue, not beta blue. So that's it. Okay, change avatar is looking something like this. So what I can do here is you can say that text should always be in the center. Okay, that is the important part. And now padding X of I want 4, padding Y of I want 2, and let us check what it is looking like. Change avatar. Okay, right now it's looking fine, and I want to give it as a rounded. Yeah, that's looking too good. And the class name margin top of 4, you can see. Yeah, that's totally fine. Right now I'm having this particular thing here. So now what I can do is okay, that's looking good. And okay, so let me wrap these two divs into one more div, because why I'm using this thing, I need to tell you each and everything, but wait for a while. Okay, I'm having this particular div here, and I want one more div there, and there I'll be storing my username and the email, whatever the user is having. Okay, so you can say it as a like a paragraph, and you can give it as username here or the email here. So I can say that the codemaster@gmail.com. Okay, and afterwards I want to have some heading. Heading is what? The username of a particular user. So I want to have the user as the codemaster. Okay, that's looking great. That's looking fun. Class name text 3xl, and I want some margin top of 2 there, and again class name, and I want what? I want something like a text zinc of 600 or 700. I want, you can go for the 700 here. Text zinc, and that's it. And as you can see, it is somewhat like this, but I don't want this thing. What I want, first of all, font bold would be looking great. Let me have it font bold. No, semi bold would be better. So let's have it semi bold. Okay, that's fine. So okay, what I did, okay, now it's looking fine, but I want these things parallelly. Okay, that is why I choose to have multiple divs here. I give the flex column here. I don't want to give flex column right now. Just remove this thing here. Yeah, that's looking something like this. And now I want the items should be in the center. So it's looking something like this. But as you can see, there is not a gap in between these things. What I can do, gap of 8. And yeah, this is like something like this. Gap of 12. Let me have it. So yeah. So if you want to increase its its font size, you can. That depends upon you totally. So change avatar, and you can see that if I am clicking on the change avatar, nothing is happening right now. Okay. So why I am taking that much time to like creating a tutorial is that much long? So why? Basically, what is the reason behind that thing? The reason behind that particular thing is because I want to clear each and everything. Why I'm using the flex, why I'm using the multiple divs. Okay, if I am using the one div, and why I am using that, why there is a need of that particular div. So I want to clear each and everything to him. Okay, so right now you can see this div. Just focus on this div. We are having this div, and again we are having the multiple divs. It means one div for this particular thing. Let me take a pen here. Okay, one div for this particular thing and one div for this particular thing, and we build a gap in between these things as a 8. Did you understand this thing, my friends? I built the gap in between these things just by gap of 8. So this was the part. This was the main thing which we need to focus on. So that is the thing basically. So let us go here again. And what I can do here, I want to change its text to 5 pixel, and that would be looking to fine. The code master. Yeah. So please subscribe my YouTube channel, guys. I bet you that no one is helping that much. No one is building that much tutorials. No one is explaining each and everything in that much detail. So that's why I'm saying, please subscribe the code master. And we are looking for the our larger community, our largest family, for our subscribers of our family as the code master. So please subscribe, and afterwards now let us focus on this change avatar, and you can see that on clicking nothing is helping, nothing is opening. Basically nothing is helping, nothing is opening. So why nothing is opening? So as you can see, I have just created the button, but I don't want the button. Actually we want the input. If I am using the input something like this, like input type is equals to 5, and I want to accept what? Accept just a dot jpeg, or you can say that dot jpg, or you can say that dot png. Okay, dot png, dot jpg. So what is going to happen? And let me show you the thing. What is going to happen? So you can see choose file is somewhat here. Choose file. If I'm going to choose file, and you can see I'm just having the files, and this is our previous application which we built. So that's why we are basically seeing the previous images here. So let me choose this, like the TCM, the code master. And if I open, and you can see this thing has opened. This thing has opened right now. Okay, but why I have the button of change avatar? Okay, so change avatar, it means it will upload that particular thing. It will upload that particular thing. So that is why I am having change avatar thing here. And you can particularly say to this div as a label. Okay, if you will click on this particular thing, then you can say it as to change the file, to just show this thing, to show this input. Like what I am saying, अगर मैं आपको हिंदी में समझाऊँ ये चीज़, the thing is कि ये प्रोफाइल है. अगर मैं इसके ऊपर क्लिक करता हूँ, मैं चाहता हूँ कि अगर मेरा ये चूज़ फाइल वाला ऑप्शन खुल जाए, चूज़ फाइल वाला मुझे यहाँ पे ना दिखे, बट यहाँ पे खुल जाए. Okay, so how much beautiful it will look. Okay, how much beautiful it will look. So I want to create this div for what? I can say this div for what? HTML4 is equals to for what? For, you can say as a img file. So copy it and paste it here. Input id is equals to image file, and let me check. No, I'm not able to click on that particular thing. So we have completed each and everything. Okay, like if I want to click on this, but we are not able to get that particular thing which we were waiting for, like this HTML4, or you can say this input, we are not getting. So how I can handle? There is a mistake, big mistake which we are doing. Okay, I want you to find that mistake. What is that mistake? Okay, so let me give you that particular thing here. We're having this div. Okay, I want to create it as a label. The main and the particular thing and the important thing which you need to take care of it is, like if you are using HTML4 ना, अगर आप लोग HTML4 का कहीं पे भी यूज़ कर रहे हो, तो the main thing is we need to create that particular div as a label. तो आपको उस div को label बनाना पड़ेगा. That is the important part. Okay, मैंने नीचे वाली div को label बना दिया और उसको HTML4 as a image file दे दी. And if I want to click on this thing right now, and you can check, I am able to do that thing. Okay, so that is the thing. That is the main part. And अभी तो मैं इसको hidden भी रख सकता हूँ ना. Hidden क्या जा रहा है? कुछ भी नहीं जा रहा. क्लिक करता हूँ. I am able to open the image files. I am able to open. Okay, अगर मैं इसको open करके कोई भी image file choose करता हूँ, for example, if I am choosing TCM here, then are you able to see that image here? No, you are not able to see. So how we can show that image here right now? So the main thing comes here. So now let us go here. On change is equals to So what we are looking for, let me give you one example. E dot, like there will be something like event E. So E dot target dot files. Okay, files 0. I want to show you one thing. My friends. Let's have a look here. Control X. I want to show console.log. So I want to give you each and every detail here. What is happening? So let me go ahead, inspect console, and you can see the difference one here कि हम लोग जो ये है ये हमारा change avatar center में नहीं आ रहा अभी. So let me change that things further. First of all, let us have what is happening here. Open it, TCL opened. Okay, and I opened, but nothing has happened right now. So first of all, let me see why it is not changing. Change image. Okay, so I am going to have one function here, change image, on change. So I want to call that thing here. So const change image is equals to what? I want to have it. Control V. I don't want to show this thing here. I just want to know this thing that my files has changed on change. Okay, so change image is not defined, so that is the other part that we have defined it right now. So if I'm clicking on this thing, if I am having this, and you can see I am having that file here. Okay, and right now we have called that function. Which function we have called? This function we have called change image. We have called this function, and we are able to know which image we are getting right now. So the image is this, as you can see, name tcm.png, type image of image/png, whatever the type of that particular file is. So right now I want to show that image here, whatever the image the user has right now choose. Okay, right now if user choose the image, I want to show that image. So what I can do, I can go here, use state. Okay, I need to use the use state here, guys, use state. Okay, so I use state snippet, and I can say that the set avatar. Okay, a simple language we are using, set avatar. So by default it's null. तो अभी यहाँ पे कॉन्सेप्ट आएगा क्या कि अगर ये नल है, अगर एवेटर नल है तो मुझे ये चीज़ दिखा दे, अगर एवेटर नल नहीं है तो मुझे ये वाला एवेटर देखना है कि एवेटर यूज़र ने क्या रखा है, या फिर बैकएंड से अगर कोई एवेटर आ रहा है तो वो क्या रखा है. I want to know that things right now. I want to show that things right now. So that is the main part. That is the main thing which I want to show here. So right now what I can do is this. Okay, let me show you one thing here. I'm having this label. So instead of avatar, I just use change avatar and set change avatar. Okay. So what I can do here is just, you can see change avatar. My priority is what? My priority is कि अगर यूज़र ने उसको अपडेट किया है, अगर यूज़र इसको चेंज करना चाहता है तो मैं प्रायोरिटी इज डैट, है ना, तो मैं प्रायोरिटी इज डैट. सो व्हाट आई कैन डू इज आई यूज्ड टर्नरी ऑपरेटर है कि अगर यूज़र इसको चेंज करना चाहता है, इट मीन्स दैट वी सेट दैट चेंज ऑपरेटर e.target.files and the zeroth element we are going to change. So it means that we want to show the image which user wants to change. If this is not the case, what we can do this thing. What we can show this image or this icon which we have choose from the React icons. That is the main funda. Okay, so right now if I am refreshing this page, as you can see, this page is not having any avatar. It means that user has not clicked on this thing and user has not choose any file. If user has chose any file, let me choose this file as a TCM, open, and you can see that image has now disappeared. Why? Because my this thing is now changed, my change avatar has changed, and I want to show that particular thing here. So what is the thing I need to write here is just a very simple thing. But before that, class name have a width and height of whatever it is, or you can say that a size you can say as 100%, and object cover. That is the main part. Now the main thing comes what we need to write here. So let me give you that keyword which we need to write here. URL.create object URL, and afterwards we need to create of what the change avatar. And let us see this thing. As you can see here, if we are able to directly show that particular thing, but our priority is what? Our priority is this. Okay, basically not this. If someone is changing this data, our priority is now this. Okay, our priority is now this. If now we will click on change avatar, then something will happen at the backend, that our file will upload to something like Cloudinary or S3, whatever you want to choose as a Cloudinary or S3, that depends upon you totally. So that particular thing will happen here, that we will be changing that avatar here. So that is the part. So right now everything is fine, everything is looking fine. That is the backend part which we are going to have further. But right now just stop this thing here and let us go further, because we are there is a lot of things which we need to do. Right now have a horizontal array, but we are not able to see this thing. Yeah, we are having. So what I can do, class name, I want to give the margin y of 4 from upper side and down side, both sides, and you can go for margin y 8 too, that depends upon you. Okay, so what I can do here, change avatar option has been implemented. I want to give the option of change the password. Okay, change the password here. So what I can do, the simple thing I can do is just a form. Add action is whatever the actions you want to have, and let me do one thing here. But first of all, label, and you can say it as okay. First of all, this before this label, let me have a div and the label inside it, and the input inside it. Okay, so what is the password? Basically your current password, and afterwards you can have it as a type is equals to, or you can say it as a password, and afterwards class name. And there are a lot of things which we need to have it here, like a placeholder. You can say it as a your current password, and that is it. And I need to have it as a class name, flex and flex column. And let me see what is the things happening. Current password is here, current password is here. But I want to show one thing here. Before this div, I want to have h1. You can say as a change accounts password. You can say it as a change accounts password. Yeah. So what I can do, I need to have it something like a bigger font, X, 3XL or 2XL. When 2XL would be fine. 2XL and font would be semi-bold, and that would be looking great. Okay, change accounts password. And what I want to have it like, I want to have some padding here, sorry, margin here, margin y of 8. That would be looking fine, I think so. Yeah, but it's too much. Margin y 4. So right now I just want to take the input from my home pages or the login pages, whatever the inputs, I mean the type of things, that is the type of you can say as a style we have chosen from that thing. I just want to have it here. Okay, so the name is not email, but the type is equals to password, and we can say it as a password. And value right now is not defined because we don't want to change the values right now. Name should be our password, and required is important, and on change what we will be having, just that is other part. So this is something like this, and we are not able to change anything because we have given the value. If I want to change the thing, you need to comment it, and you can see we are able to write something here, current password. So right now I think so there is a need of placeholder. Placeholder is supposed to what, change password, or you can say as a current password. Okay, current password is there. So right now we are all set for all the other two divs, this thing and this thing. And you can say it as a margin top of 2 or 4, whatever you want to choose. And again here, margin top of 4. Yeah, so I can say it as a new password, and current password instead of this new password. and copy it, confirm new password, we'll be going to have it here. And you can say it as a confirm new password. Okay, confirm new password. So current password is here. I need to change this thing to confirm new password and confirm new password. And you can set as a, we need to change the name new password, because that is important while checking that the new password and the confirmed new password is same or not. Okay, so you can say it as a confirm new password. So that is it. Everything is looking fine. Everything is looking fine now. But the main thing comes here. I need to have the update button here. So what I can do here is just close this div right now, and I want to have the div which will be having the class name of margin.4, and I'll be having the button here, and you can say that the update password. Okay, so everything would be same like this particular upper ones button. Okay, upper ones button, where is my button right now? I want to check change avatars, and right now I also want to give it here like a hover background blue of it's 600, and the transition should be all, and duration should be of 300, and I'm having a spelling mistake of duration. So that's it. I want to copy this thing. I need to paste it here, and I just want to change the text afterwards, which you can have as update password. Update PTWord update password, and that's looking fine. And yeah, update password, change avatar, update password. As you can see, we are having this validation here. So I think so margin top 8 would be looking too good here instead of margin top 4. Yeah, that's looking like something great. Update password and change avatar. Okay, change avatar. So the validations we need here basically. So that is the other part when we will be working for the backend. Right now we are having each and everything here, but the main thing comes here that if I am clicking on the read blog, I am not able to see where I want to go. That is the link basically of that particular blog. Okay, that particular blog basically. There might be the other things too which we need to focus on, because like if I am going to this profile here, and you can see this is not responsive. If I click on inspect, and you can see this is not responsive. Yeah, this part is not responsive. How I can make it responsive, that is my responsibility. How I can make this thing responsive, that is a lot of responsibility on my head right now. So how I can change these things? So first of all, go to Nest Hub and let me just inspect it again. Okay, as you can see here, that we are able to see this thing here, and right now in the TCM like a Nest Hub also, it is not looking that much good. If the TCM logger is here, as you can see, it's something like this, and it is overflow. So we need to take care of these things right now. What I can do is, first of all, let us have the dashboard. Let us have the dashboard here. Okay, right now I want to change these settings here. So what I can do, like we are having the flex column here. Okay, as you can see, flex is here. So items is also in center. So I just want that I just want to have the things in flex row. Tell the medium, tell the empty devices. Afterwards, I want to go for flex column. And let me check what it is like. It is something like this right now. And you can see our overflowing things has been now in the something, you can say, and is now something minimal as compared to the previous one. MD gap 12. I just want to give a gap of 8 here. Okay, so this gap has been reduced. This gap, that is the thing. And the main thing which we need to focus on is this. As you can see here, my change avatar is not in the center. My change avatar is not in the center, as you can see here. So what I can do is change avatar. So where is my that particular div of change avatar? Here it is. So what I can do, flex items center. That is the main thing. I don't even think so that it has been changed. So let me do one more thing. Justify center. Item center, justify center. So it is in the center right now. It is in the center here. Okay. That thing has been completed. Right now. The code master. Okay. We need to focus on the left bar. If our left bar is just completed, then this thing will be looking too good. I'm giving the assurity that this thing will be looking too good if once we have changed this sidebar. Now, let me think, or let you guys think that what we can do here, So, the one thing which is coming into my mind right now is just I want that, let me go to the app.jsx. Actually, this app, I have not developed previously. I am developing this thing with you guys. That is the major part. Okay. I am just building this app just with you guys. I have not built this thing previously. As you can see, today's time is 4:53 p.m. and 10th of August. 10th of August is today's date. Mark it. Okay. I am building this thing with you guys. And okay. The main thing which is coming into my mind right now is, suppose we are having this thing. Okay. There are two partitions here. One for this and one for that particular thing, like the updations or whatever the favorite blogs, side blogs we are having here. The thing which is coming into my mind that if we remove this thing from here in the medium devices or in the LG devices, like if we go from here to LG devices or MD or SM, wherever you want to go, I need to remove this thing and I just want to show one thing here. What? This arrow type icon here. Okay. If someone click on this icon, the div should appear something like this. And it's that there should be a cross button here when this div appears on above that particular thing. Okay. Above that particular thing, there would be a cross button and these dashboard favorite like blogs would be appeared something what like this here. And it would be looking too great. Okay, it would be looking too great. And you can choose that whether you want to here or whether you want this thing here. That depends upon you. I am choosing it because we are already having this thing on the left. And if we will be clicking these things on the left and it will come somewhat like this. From the left, it will come and to the right. From the right, it will come. To the left, it will go. So that is the main funda what I am thinking right now. So what I can do here, is just like for LG devices, it is looking good now. So I think so I don't even right now need to change it in the large devices. Let us go for the medium devices and right now what I can do, you can see it right here. Yeah, someone like this we are having, someone like this. Okay, whatever icon you want to choose, you can. That depends. And even though if you want to choose this thing, you can choose. What I can do here is just I want to choose which icon, which will be looking too great. You can say it as this thing or this arrow. I can go for this too. Arrow selection or icon selection is too much big thing, you know. You even though don't know that how much difficult it is to choose the icons which should be very suitable for your website or web app. That is a major part. That is a major thing. Okay. So this is pretty good. This is looking pretty good. But I will be going for which one? I think so this. It should be visible very well. It will be visible very well. So the main thing comes here right now, where we are having the admin, where we having the profile page. Profile page is here. Here it is. So right now, as you can see, sidebar is here. Okay, I want LG के अंदर इसकी width 1/6 रहे. बट इसके बाद ये क्या हो जाए, इसके बाद इसकी जो विड्थ है वो मैं हिडन दे देना चाहता हूँ, इसको विड्थ हिडन हो जा। सो मैं यहाँ पे क्या करना चाहूँगा, एल जी में तो ब्लॉक रहे और विजिबल रहे, बाद में तो हिडन हो जाए, बाद में तो क्या हो जाए, हिडन। एंड एल जी में तो विड्थ ले 5/6, बाद में तो विड्थ ले फुल। आई वॉन्ट टू गिव यू फुल विड्थ। let me check inspect. Yeah, this is somewhat like this. Yeah, okay, basically our app is overflowing, but I don't think so that there should be a case that it should overflow, but I think so it is overflowing just because of my username and all the other stuffs. So let me also change that particular thing here, like in the dashboard profile. If I am having my name here like the code master, so I need to give it as a, like in the LG text 5XL, in the MD I can go for that text 3XL or a 4XL, and here I think so that text 2XL would be fine or not. Yeah, that's looking fine, that's looking great. Let me refresh it again and let us see what is the thing we are right now in. So this is somewhat like this. So why we are just overflowing, I don't know. That is other part. Let us take it further. But for right now, everything is looking great. Okay. So what I can do here, I just want to show that particular, you can say that particular arrow here. But how? That is a question. How? Okay. Let me have one more div here. And its class name should be, like in the LG, it should be hidden. Afterwards, it should be blocked. Understand what I am doing? Understand? By the way, not a block, but you can say it as a fixed. And right now, what I can do, I want to give this thing as a relative. This div as a relative. Fixed में से मैं चाहता हूँ top 0, left में से भी 0 आ जाए. But what is 0? I am not able to see anything now. So what I can do, just go to React icons, copy this thing here, paste it here, copy this thing from here again, paste it above the top of each and every part, paste it here. I am having the error here, solve it and check it. Where we are seeing that arrow. So as you can see, it is on the top here. Here it is. Okay, but I don't want to show that particular thing there now. So because I gave the div fixed, if I'm giving it as absolute, and let us check where it is coming. Here it is. Right now, here it is. So everything is working perfectly. So what I can do here, class name, text, I'll be giving as a 2XL, so that it will be showing like something like a large icon, that there is one icon which actually need here, which is actually needed here. So what I can do, if I want to click on this thing, if I'm clicking on this thing, there should be something happening. There should some happening should be there. Okay, what I can do here, I want to make it in a button. So right now this is somewhat like a button, somewhat not, but this is a button. But on this button change, like on this button click, something should happen here. So what I can do, use state snippet. What I can do, set sidebar div. First of all, it should be false. Okay, but what I want is that on click, this set sidebar div should appear, or I want to change its value here. Set sidebar div, what the opposite of sidebar div, because right now we are having the false. If I'll be clicking on this sidebar, like this button, this should be true. If I am again clicking on this should be false, true, false, true, false. This procedure should be followed. And console.log, I want to paste sidebar div here, and let us check what is happening. If I'm clicking on this, as you can see, right now it is false. If I clicked on this, it is true. Clicked, false, true, false, true, false, true, false, true, false. How much? Like, it depends that how many times you are clicking. Whatever the time you are clicking here, okay, it will show true or false, true or false. It will just take the opposite of it. If it's true, then the false. If it is false, then it's true. If it's true, false, true, false, true, false. It will be looking something like this. So now you will say that the Podmaster bro, you did the things, but why I'm not able to see that div here? Why I'm not able to see that div? That is the important part now, because that is the important part, because we need to show that div here. So how I can see that div right now? So let me give you one thing here, that in the LG I just want to have a width of 1/6. Okay, just in the LG I want to have it, but afterwards what I can do, I want to have it as a absolute. Okay, absolute, and but in the LG it should be relative. Basically LG it should be relative. And let me remove hidden here, and you can see this thing. Are you able to see something? Yes, you are able to see something. The dashboard favorite slash bug is here, but it is now above that div, not the sidebar of that thing, but the above that div. Okay, so okay, that's looking great. I got this idea right now. I don't know why, because पहले मैं क्या करने वाला था कि इसको मैं अलग से बनाने वाला था side div, but right now I got the idea that why to make the other div while we already having the sidebar. Okay, we are having the sidebar now, so let us make it responsive. Okay, so that is the thing. Let me think one thing here, like let us have a background of white here. Background of white. Yeah, that's looking great, and that's looking too great. In the LG, I don't want to give its height. Height should be out of. But at this point, I want to give the height screen. Yeah, it's looking somewhat like this. Height screen. But if I want to give it as a fixed, then it's looking something like this. As you can see, it is looking something like this. The height is now, yeah, it's looking something like this. Yeah, that's looking great. Height screen and everything is fine. Okay, fixed, but if it is fixed, so I want to give it as a top 0 and left also 0. And yeah, that is the part right now. Yeah, it's overflowing. We will take care of these things further, not right now. So what I can do is here, like LG may width 1/6, but right now I want to give the width of somewhat like you can say 80%, and you can see that 80% div has been covered. But if I'll be going for the 70%, then it would be looking great, I think so. Yeah, 70% would be fine. And what I want to do here is that I want to give it as a flex, and flex column, obviously. Items should be in the center. And justify should be in the start. And let us check what is the look we are getting. We are not getting any look here, but why? Let me check this thing. Like if I want to give the justify center here, and let us check what is going on. Okay, so this is the look we are getting here. This is the look. Okay, not bad, but not too good. And I also want the padding just where I just want the padding when it is in smaller devices. Padding 4, LG padding 0. Yeah, it's looking great. And one more thing, I want to give a border right, and let us see how it's looking. Yeah, border right is here now, and we can see the partition. That partition we can see right now. Okay, we can see that partition. Okay, so why I'm going to have this thing? Why I am just seeing this thing here? I think so that this thing should not be seen here enough. But why I'm able to see this thing? Okay, first of all, we are here. Okay, we are here right now. So if it is in fixed and LG fixed and position, the LG it should be relative now. Position fixed, relative. Oh, okay. I'm having the spelling mistake of relative square. Yeah, that's fine. Inspect. It's looking somewhat like this. But why I'm getting this thing? Why I'm getting this thing? I don't know. So what I can do here is I just want to go to index.css and to the body, I want to give one thing. Overflow hex should be here. Just copy this thing, or you can say it as a star. Profile, and I just want to choose to open it in Nest Hub Maps. And let me see this thing right now again. Okay, we are having this thing here. But why I'm getting the border right here? That is the other part. We'll be checking this thing further. Such as geo, we are able to see this thing. Okay, we are already having that particular border here. So that is why we are getting the multiple borders. So what I want to choose is, I don't want to give the border inside it. I don't want to give that border here. Just remove it from here. Yeah, that's it. That is it. Okay. So right now what I can do, overflowing is not there. Everything is looking fine, but this div, I think so that this should have some priority. Okay, some z index priority. अगर ये थोड़ा ऊपर आ रहा है तो इसको z index की priority थोड़ी सी देनी पड़ेगी कि ये नीचे रहे और ये चीज़ ऊपर रहे. So let us first of all complete this thing कि ये जो z index की ये जो साइड बार है वो ऊपर रहेगा इसके. ओके, सो व्हाट आई कैन डू हियर कि मैं यहाँ पे z index क्या कर दूँगा, somewhat like a 10. ये चीज़ ऊपर रहेगी भाई और ये चीज़ इसके पीछे रहेगी थोड़ी. ओके, सो दिस div should be somewhat like a z index of, you can say it as a z index of, but you can say it as a z index of 2 or whatever you want to choose. Yeah, now perfect thing. If I'm going to favorites, I am able to go like blogs, I am able to go dashboard, I am able to go. And right now I just want कि इसका जो टेक्स्ट है वो बड़ा हो जाए. इन विच पर्टिकुलर थिंग, लाइक इसमें हमारा जो भी टेक्स्ट था वो तो रहेगा ही रहेगा. ओके, बट व्हाट आई वांट इज़ कि LG में टेक्स्ट जो था वो तो रहेगा ही रहेगा. बट व्हाट आई वांट हियर इज़ दैट टेक्स्ट शुड इंक्रीज हियर टू 3XL और लेट मी सी. Yeah, it's looking something like this. Dashboard, favorites, like vlogs, and okay, that's fine. Text to Excel. Yeah, text to Excel is looking fine. And one more thing. What? That in the sidebar, I want to increase the gap if it is not in the LG. And the MD, I want to make the gap of somewhat like a 8. And further I want to have a gap of 10. And let us check what it is looking like. Yeah, it's looking great. It's looking very fine. Okay, right now one more thing which I need to give here is कि ये साइड बार तो है, ये साइड बार तो हमारे पास है, but what is the thing right now I'm looking for? I'm looking for one more major thing here, that I want one more div. This thing I want one more, and it should be hidden in the class name. LG should be hidden, and it should be block otherwise, or you can say it as a absolute otherwise. And the top should be 0, and no, top should be 10 or 20, and left should also be, or no, right should also be 20. Right should also be 20. And what is the thing we are going to have here? That is the major part. That is the major part. We are going to have a cross here. Cross. So let me choose this cross, RX cross 2. Copy it and paste it in the div we have created here. Copy it again and paste it here. Let us check. We are having this thing here. So top 20 is somewhat like a very, too much. It's too much. Top 10, okay. Right, I also want just the 10. Okay. So if I'm going for top 8, so write 8. Yeah, it's looking good. And it is also somewhat like a button, because on clicking it, I want ये जो मेरा div था वो यहाँ से चला जाए. And class name text Excel. Okay, so text Excel is somewhat like a very less text Excel. Yeah, it's looking something somewhat like this. So that's the part. And on click, what I want to do, on click, the same thing I want to do. Which same thing? The same thing which I did here. Copy it and paste it just here. But can you see something? If I am clicking here, no, nothing is happening right now. Nothing is happening. So what I can do, actually we have done all the things, but now हमें करना क्या है कि ये जो ऑपरेशंस हमने भी किए हैं वो कब होने चाहिए? जब यूज़र ने उसके ऊपर क्लिक किया है, उस बटन के ऊपर क्लिक किया है. व्हेन यूज़र हैज़ एक्चुअली क्लिक्ड ऑन दैट बटन, देन दीज operations should happen, but it is happening before that. So let me tackle this thing right now, that sidebar div. First of all, the sidebar div is, I'm refreshing. First of all, my sidebar div should not be C. Okay, so what I can do is just write this thing here. What I can do, use apostrophes here, and I want to choose apostrophes here too. Okay, so what I can do, background white is the important part. What I can do, sidebar div. अगर मेरी sidebar div true होती है तो मैं text to Excel दिखाना चाहता हूँ, या LG text normal, that is the other part. I just want to include that thing here. Okay, अगर ये चीज़ होती है, so text to Excel हो जाना चाहिए. Height should be screen, and LG height auto, that is the important part. Fixed should be top left, and width should be 70%. Yeah, and that is it. Right now the div is not there, but it is also not hidden. So what I can do, hide screen, otherwise it should be hidden. Yeah, that is the part, that is the main. Okay, if I am going here, what I am getting? I am getting this thing. That is the important thing which we are getting. Favorites. Okay, so what I am getting, overflow. Okay, because I have given the overflow X. Okay, that's why we are getting these things here. So right now, just remove that particular thing. But what we have written in the app.css or index.css, I think so. Over to accident, just remove this thing. Okay, so that's fine. Inspect karo. Yeah, I am taking too much time to implement these things. Right now, if I am clicking on this, and you can see this thing, that was the effect we were looking for. And we have implemented it very well. Favorites. Yeah, we are able to go to favorites. Okay, I just want to go again to like blogs. Okay, if I'm clicking on this thing, I am able to go to the like blogs. So what I can do is just that my upper div bs arrow text to excel, top to 0, left is 0, and yeah, that is the main thing. And the main thing also that if I'm clicking on the favorites or the like blogs, then my div should be closed automatically. That is the important part which you can do. I'm not doing it right now. So we are done with our profile page. Right now it comes to the read blog. If I'm clicking on this thing, there should be something which should happen. Right now, let us go to that particular blog where we will see the blog. Okay, the main thing is that the description of that blog. So right now, let us build that thing. And further, we also need to build the admin panel, because we are going to have the admin panel here too. For what? For the users to see the blogs. I mean that admin will able to post the blogs, and the users can see the blogs, and the users can do the blogs like add to the favorites, like the blog, whatever the blog they like to. So that is the main part. Now let us just go to all blogs and read blog part, the description of that particular blog. So let us now build it.